massive warm welcome for massive math hackers, and today we will be primarily tackling prime numbers. And in our future videos we are going to be using prime numbers to tackle highest common factor and lowest common multiple. A prime number is a natural number greater than 1 that is not a product of two smaller natural numbers. A natural number greater than 1 that is not prime is called a composite number. For example, 5 is prime because the only ways of writing it as a product is 1 times 5 or 5 times 1, and they all involve the number 5 and 1 itself. In math, prime numbers are whole numbers greater than 1 that have only two factors, 1 and the number itself. Prime numbers are divisible only by the number 1 or itself. For example, 2, 3, 5, 7 and 11 are the first few prime numbers. A number can be categorized into either composite or prime. As you can see, or you can't see, 4, 6, 8 and so on and so forth are not featured in the prime list because they are composite numbers. As in 8 can be written as either 4 times 2 or 2 times 4, hence it is a composite number. To prove whether a number is a prime number, first try dividing it by 2 and see if you get a whole number. If you do, it can't be a prime number, hence it's a composite number. If you don't get a whole number, next try dividing it by other prime numbers, as in 3, 5, 7 and so on and so forth. 9 is a composite number because it is divisible by 3, and so on. Always try dividing it by a prime number. A table of prime numbers to follow shortly. There are infinite prime numbers. The sequence of prime numbers never ends. It can get harder and harder to find prime numbers, but there will always be an even larger one. This was first proven by the ancient Greek mathematician Euclid. The largest known prime number, as of December 2020, has 24,862,048 digits when written in base 10. It was found using a computer. There is no efficient formula for calculating prime numbers. Mathematicians have devised several ways of encoding or looking for prime numbers, but none of them are very efficient. This is one of the things that makes prime numbers so attractive. We don't know when and how prime numbers occur. We can just calculate them. We'll just have to work them out using our sophisticated machine, computers at our disposal. The moment when primes became important was in the 1970s, when it was first announced that prime numbers could serve as the basis of public key cryptography algorithms. In other words, every time you use the internet to send an encrypted message, which we do probably daily, it uses an algorithm based on prime numbers, specifically because they're so mysterious and hard to assess. Because of their mysterious inbuilt safety features, hard to crack, decode and stuff like that. Prime numbers also play a part in fields such as quantum mechanics, abstract algebra. Perhaps even more intriguing, prime numbers have been shown to also play a role for some biological species, cicadas. Prime number research is far from over. Undoubtedly, there are many more prime mysteries waiting to be uncovered. This is only scratching the surface. The tip of an iceberg, meaning there is more to come. Since prime numbers are so mysterious and intriguing, and the longest prime number so far is some million digits long, here is an entree, a starter, a taster of prime numbers up to 1,000. Do as you please, pause the video at your own leisure.
Looking for a prime number is a common exercise not just in mathematics, but also in programming, where the goal is learning how to devise and optimize an algorithm.
This is self-explanatory. Work in progress. The research is ongoing.
Now we're dealing with factorization. And factorize means you write as a product. By writing 12 as 3 times 4, we have factorized 12.
We say 3 is a factor of 12 and 4 is also a factor of 12.
The way in which a number is factorized is not unique. For example, 12 may be expressed as 3 times 4 or 2 times 6.
Note that 2 and 6 are also factors of 12.
And please note that 12 and 1 are also factors of 12.
49, 7 times 7. 7 and 7 are factors of 49.
72, 8 times 9. And it's not unique because it can also be written as 12 times 6.
36 can be factorized as 6 times 6 or 4 times 9.
Any number can be factorized. Let's say 63, 9 times 7.
Now we will venture into the realm of prime factorization!
When a number is written as a product of prime numbers, we say the number has been prime factorized. To prime factorize a number, consider the technique used in the following examples. We all know that 12 can be factorized to 6 times 2 or 3 times 4, but it isn't prime factorized. To factorize 12, we begin with 2 and see whether this is a factor of 12. Clearly it is, so we write 12 equals 2 times 6. Now we consider 6.
Again, 2 is a factor, so we write 12 equals 2 times 2 times 3. All the factors are now prime. That is, the prime factorization of 12 is 2 times 2 times 3.
As you can see, none of the numbers can be factorized any further. Therefore, it is prime factorized.
Prime factorizing 42, we begin with 2 and see whether this is a factor of 42. Clearly it is, and so we can write 42 equals 2 times 21.
Now we consider 21. Now 2 is not a factor of 21, so we examine the next prime, 3. Clearly 3 is a factor of 21, and so we can write 42 equals 2 times 3 times 7.
All the factors are now prime, and so the prime factorization of 42 is 2 times 3 times 7.
As you can see, none of the numbers can be factorized any further. To prime factorize 40, we consider 2. Clearly 2 is a factor of 40, so we can write 40 equals 2 times 20. Now we consider 20. Clearly 2 is a factor of 20 as well. So now we can write 40 equals 2 times 2 times 10.
And now we consider 10. And again, 2 is a factor of 10. And now 40 can be written as 2 times 2 times 2 times 5. All the factors are now prime. The prime factorization of 40 is 2 times 2 times 2 times 5.
As you can see, none of the numbers can be factorized any further. Point made, guys. I rest my case.
And Bob's your uncle, guys, and if you prefer, Bobby is your auntie.
Ciao, a plus tard, au revoir mes amis, adios amigos, do svidania, proche, auf Wiedersehen, sayonara, zaichen, namaste.
Peace out.